On May 19th in Japan, a long-awaited event finally occurred for Ukraine. During the G7 summit, the U.S. officially granted approval for the provision of F-16 fighters. Ukrainian pilots still have several months of training ahead of them, and the decision regarding which country will supply these aircraft is still pending among the allies. In this video, we will tell you why F-16s are important and how they can accelerate Ukraine's victory. So, make sure to subscribe to the channel and let's dive in. What you need to know about F-16s. The F-16 is an American fourth-generation multi-role fighter initially developed for the United States Air Force. These aircraft were developed in the 1970s and 1980s. The distinguishing features of fourth-generation aircraft, as opposed to previous generations, are a greater emphasis on maneuverability and short-range aerial combat, multifunctionality, automated flight control systems, and more advanced electronics. F-16 can locate targets in all weather conditions and detect low-flying aircraft in radar ground clutter. In an air-to-surface role, the F-16 can fly more than 500 miles, deliver its weapons with superior accuracy, defend itself against enemy aircraft, and return to its starting point. The cockpit and its bubble canopy give the pilot unobstructed forward and upward vision, and greatly improved vision over the side and to the rear. The seatback angle was expanded from the usual 13 degrees to 30 degrees, increasing pilot comfort and gravity force tolerance. Avionics systems include highly accurate enhanced global positioning and inertial navigation systems, or EGI, in which computers provide steering information to the pilot. The plane has UHF and VHF radios plus an instrument landing system. It also has a warning system and modular countermeasure pods to be used against airborne or surface electronic threats. Since its introduction in 1974, thousands of F-16s have been produced, with estimates ranging from 3,000 to 4,600 aircraft. It has become one of the most popular military aircraft and is currently in service with 25 countries worldwide. Is the F-16 better than Russian aircraft? The F-16 fighter is often compared to the Soviet fourth-generation fighter, the MiG-29, as they were developed around the same time to fulfill similar roles. The MiG-29 was the primary multi-role fighter of the Warsaw Pact countries and the USSR during the 1980s, and it is still in service with many countries worldwide, including Ukraine. The first serial MiG-29s were delivered to the Soviet Air Force in 1983. The Soviet Union claimed to have built over 1,500 MiG-29s. Both aircraft have undergone numerous modifications over the years. Perhaps the main difference between them is that the F-16 has one engine, while the MiG-29 has two. This helped the F-16 prototype win the competition for the development of a lightweight fighter in the United States. It defeated the F/A-18 Hornet prototype because it was nearly half the weight and less expensive. Currently, the F-16 is also lighter than the MiG-29 and can carry a wider range of weapons. Additionally, the F-16 is stronger and more durable, allowing for long-term use and continuous upgrades. While Western fighters may lag behind Russian aircraft in takeoff speed and maneuverability, they compensate for it with advanced electronics that enable them to outperform the enemy at long distances. The MiG-29 is an excellent simulator for the F-16, says the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine. Why does Ukraine specifically need the F-16? The debate about which aircraft is better has been ongoing for years. So why does Ukraine want the F-16 if its partners provided them with MiGs? The reason is that the MiGs cannot effectively engage both air and ground targets over long distances unless the aircraft undergoes extensive modernization, which is costly and time-consuming. The multi-role F-16 fighter can be used as a tactical bomber, an air defense element, or even a specialized electronic warfare aircraft. It can engage ground, air, and maritime targets. Ukraine cannot cover its entire territory solely with air defense systems, but the F-16 can be integrated into the air defense system. It can engage aerial targets from both below and above. In areas without air defense systems, the fighter will be operational. Soviet MiGs and Su aircraft are currently incapable of effectively countering kamikaze drones and cruise missiles. The F-16, in its current modifications, is designed precisely for this purpose. Moreover, with the F-16, the effectiveness of missiles like HARM, high-speed anti-radiation, and guided bombs like JDAM will increase significantly. Who and when will give Ukraine F-16, and how many of them will be delivered? This question has not been resolved yet, at least not publicly. The United Kingdom and the Netherlands have agreed to work on creating an international fighter coalition for Ukraine and assist at all stages, from pilot training to the procurement of F-16 aircraft. Denmark and Portugal have already publicly joined this effort. The Ukrainian Air Force has stated that the aircraft will be transferred to units. An aviation unit would be at least a squadron, which currently consists of 12+ aircraft in the Ukrainian model and up to 18 aircraft in the Western model. Initially, Ukraine may receive several dozen aircraft to address immediate tasks. Afterward, the Soviet-era aircraft could be fully replaced by Western ones. Even 2 or 3 squadrons of Western F-16 fighters would significantly impact the course of the combat operations. U.S. President Joe Biden has already approved plans to train Ukrainian pilots on American F-16 fighters, and the EU has stated that the training has already begun. It is expected that the training will take place not in the U.S., but likely in Europe, with American personnel participating alongside allies and partners in Europe. U.S. officials predicted that it would take at least 18 months to deliver the F-16s and train the pilots. However, Ukrainian pilots who underwent flight simulator training at a U.S. airbase exceeded most of the Pentagon's expectations. Therefore, it is now believed that Ukrainian training will only require 4 months, according to Yahoo News, citing an internal assessment of the U.S. Air Force. Will the F-16 help in the counteroffensive? The Ukrainian Air Force states that the F-16 will definitely assist the Ukrainian ground forces in reclaiming Ukrainian territories by striking enemy command posts, military formations, and logistical supply chains. However, U.S. President Joe Biden believes that the F-16 is unlikely to be used in future counteroffensives. Firstly, Ukrainian military personnel still need to undergo training. Additionally, infrastructure needs to be adapted for the F-16 in Ukraine. The aircraft will need to be dispersed across operational airfields to quickly respond to changes in the air from various directions. These fighters will also help later when Ukrainians need to reach Russian command centers where they cannot currently reach with available means, explained Biden. The White House emphasized that they agree to transfer combat aircraft to Ukraine on the condition that the armed forces of Ukraine will not use them to strike Russian territory. Ukrainians have constantly stated their willingness to comply with these conditions and have already demonstrated their adherence when using Western weapons, according to them. That's all for today. What do you think of F-16 and their role in the Ukrainian victory? Let us know in the comments. And also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you soon.